Favorite KURadio programming anytime on Mixcloud.com/KURadio. It's your favorite shows whenever you want them. KUR, Kutztown University's source for music, talk, and everything in between.
Nominated for Best College Radio Station at an institution with under 10,000 enrollment and winner of Best Use of Social Media, your news leader in northeastern Berks County, KUR Kutztown.
Time for news.
From the KUR Studio Newsroom, I'm Mike Reggs. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Pennsylvania, and Senator Tina Tartaglione has sponsored a Senate resolution encouraging communities to speak out against sexual violence in order to prevent it.
Statistics show that nearly 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men have experienced rape or attempted rape sometime in their lives. 40% of women experienced their first rape between the ages of 11 and 17, and 28% of men were first raped before their 10th birthday. Senator Tina Tartaglione says one of the best ways to prevent sexual assault is to talk about it.
Embrace your voice, which encourages every person to speak out against sexual violence in all forms and to find ways to prevent it in our communities.
She sponsored a resolution in the state Senate encouraging people to speak out against sexual assault, encouraging survivors to tell their stories, and encouraging communities to educate themselves.
The more we talk about sexual assault and the more educated people become about it, the better chances we have to prevent it.
Don Rooney, State Capitol.
Checking KUR Sports, junior transfer Michael Hunter threw a shutout over nationally ranked Lock Haven last Friday, earning him this week's PSAC Eastern Division Pitcher of the Week. Hunter allowed 5 hits with 3 strikeouts in 7 innings to help KU split its series against nationally ranked Lock Haven. This season, Hunter is 4-0 with a 1.44 ERA. He has pitched a team-high 25 innings and holds an 18-15 strike walkout ratio. Notably, he has held hitters to a 2.09 average. Among PSAC starters, Hunter holds the 3rd best ERA in the league. Hunter and the Golden Bears will host a non-conference doubleheader in their next competition, taking on Lemoyne University on Wednesday. Monsoon Mike says we finally may have seen the end of the snow. Maybe that snow that we had late Monday night into Tuesday really was the onion snow, as they call it, the last snow of the season, because temperatures only improve as the week goes on. In fact, a warm front will come through on Thursday and send temperatures up to the 70s and perhaps low 80s. That'll be the warmest since that little spell we had in February. Now, unfortunately, it does cool down again next week. Next week looks a little bit at or below normal temperature-wise, but really no sign of any snow in the forecast. So that is definitely good news. So maybe we finally have seen the end of true old man winter. We can only hope. From the KUR Studio Newsroom, I'm Mike Reggs.
Any views or opinions expressed on KUR are not necessarily those of Kutztown University, Kutztown University Student Government, Kutztown University Student Services Incorporated, KUR staff and management, or other affiliated organizations.
Kutztown Live. Kutztown University Campus's Campus and Community Interest Radio Magazine. You can call Kutztown Live at 610-683-4859. And now, your host for Kutztown Live, Juliana Jablonski.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. I'm your host, Juliana Jablonski, here with my co-host, Mike O'Mara.
What up?
Thank you all for tuning in this afternoon. Last week here on Kutztown Live, we spoke to Ken, also known as General Grant, about the WKNS Railroad Civil War days they've got going on. We also spoke to Jackie Steezy, the lacrosse coach here at KU. We spoke to Stephanie Casado from the Veterans Center. The Veterans Center has a lot of exciting events coming up. I even put the Car Smash fundraiser that they were talking about last week on my calendar in my kitchen. And last week, we also heard an interview from Drew Bergman about minding your mind. If you missed last week's show or a show from a few weeks ago, be sure to head on over to the Kutztown University Radio page on YouTube and look under the Kutztown Live tab. Be sure to click and subscribe to that.
I love that.
to be notified whenever KU posts a Kutztown Live show. And while you're on YouTube, be sure to like Kutztown Live on Facebook and Kutztown University Radio to stay up to date on all things going on here. Now, on to today's show. We will be speaking to Lori D'Onofrio Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce, and along with her is Heather Uzinski, and she is from the Leading Edge Business Consulting in Leesport. We will also be speaking to Brian Zelmer from KU Presents. We will be speaking to some brothers from SAE about their Boxer Trot event that is coming up. And Sam Packer is coming to talk to us about the Eckhaus Gallery. Here with us now is Lori D'Onofrio Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce. Hello and welcome back to Kutztown Live.
Hello, Juliana and Mike. Mike, I see you're wearing your KUR cap.
I'm wearing my KUR cap, my Middle States pin, my KU merch. I'm all for it.
Wow, you're a great advocate for the university.
Thank you, Laura. You are too.
Thank you. Thanks for having us today. Well, as you know, Juliana, I have a few events and programs to promote before we interview our guest today, Heather Uzinski. First, I'd like to let the listeners know that we have several educational programs that we're offering to our members. And remember, if you are a small or medium-sized business looking to join a regional chamber, you can find out all about us at northeastberkschamber.com. Coming up next week, we have a free program for members called Crash a Class, and this will be facilitated by John Whitehall, who's the owner of Sandler Training by Strategic Sales Training Solutions from the Wyomissing area. You can find out more about the program and how to register at our website. That will be Wednesday, April 18th for 90 minutes starting at 2 o'clock. And we already have a good registration going, but we have 4 or 5 seats remaining. Also coming up the following week on April 25th, another member will be hosting, sponsoring, and facilitating a second virtual networking event for the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce members. And you can also register through our website for that event on Wednesday, April 25th from 12 noon to 1. And the nice thing about virtual networking is you can wear your pajamas, you can turn off the video, you can just listen, and no one will be the wiser. But you'll get some great information and be able to network and participate in a mastermind session that day. Last but not least, we've mentioned this for a few weeks, our first chamber dinner will be held here at Kutztown University. We're very grateful to our title sponsor, East Penn Manufacturing, and our keynote speaker, Andrea Funk, who was most recently the CEO at Cambridge Lee Industries in the Leesport area. We are still accepting reservations online at northeastberkschamber.com, and they are $60 per person or $450 for a table of 8. We already have a wonderful turnout of over 100 people, so be sure to check out the chamber dinner. It'll be 5:30 to 8:30 on Thursday, May 17th, right here at the McFarland Student Union, my home away from home. Right, Juliana?
Yep.
Exactly. Coming up next, we have our guest today, Heather Uzinski from Leading Edge Business Consulting. Now, when I'm interviewing Heather today, Heather's a person that I've known now for nearly 3 years. I know her rather well. She's very actively engaged in our chamber. Heather is currently, and for a second term, the secretary of our board of directors. She's actively involved in our fundraising and special events committee. In the past, she's been involved in membership and the ambassador committee, and involved with certain events like the Shining Star, Casino Night, and the upcoming chamber dinner. Heather Uzinski joined the Northeast Berks Chamber in 2010. And Heather, welcome to the show, and tell us more about yourself and how you became an entrepreneur and a little bit about your professional background.
Thanks, Lori. I'm happy to be here today. I actually am trained as a psychologist, and for the past, well, not the past, but for 25 years before I started my business, I was involved in clinical work. I did counseling in various settings, and actually that's kind of what set me up for my business. The reason I'm saying that is because I became very frustrated working in different environments where I felt like the people supervising me weren't necessarily all particularly good supervisors. And I also wasn't really happy with how employees, I wasn't always happy with how employees were treated. You know that plenty of corporations will put out the message that their employees are their most important asset, but very few companies actually behave that way. So, and I also got very interested in conflict resolution because my experience with HR departments is that they weren't necessarily either trained or really particularly interested in getting involved in workplace conflicts. And I think having an objective person in those kinds of situations can be very helpful.
Heather, I know that you conduct certain types of tests for HR-related consulting. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And what types of tests? Tell us a little bit about how you conduct those and evaluate the results.
Okay. Well, I am certified to administer the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, and I use a form of that is used in organizations, and it helps me to understand how a leader handles certain situations like change management, conflict resolution, and what kind of communicator they are. And that basically helps the person with self-awareness and changing their style when it's indicated. And I also use a tool called the Simmons Emotional Intelligence Profile. And that's a great tool to use when a company is interested in possibly promoting someone who may have been earmarked as a high potential employee, or someone that's going to a higher level of management. And the reason I like it so much is it measures qualities and characteristics of emotional intelligence that very accurately predict how someone can be expected to behave on the job. And we all know that when someone's interviewed for a job, that some people interview particularly well. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the best employee, and vice versa. Some people are very nervous and anxious as interviewees, but they're going to be really excellent employees. So it's more than the interview. It's definitely more than the resume, because anybody can either write a good resume or have one written for them. And who's going to give a reference that's not a positive one? So the amount of information, good information, that you can glean from those situations is limited. So what my profile does is give the hiring company information that the interviewee does not necessarily want you to have, like if they don't have a particularly good work ethic, for instance, or if they happen to have an aggressive personality style, or if they're a little too chatty, or if maybe they're interviewing for a very detail-oriented job and they don't score very high on the detail category, or if they're being interviewed for a higher level management position, do they have the emotional energy that's required for such a position? So this is the kind of information that I can give companies, and I also use it to help them make, as well as promotional decisions, I also help them make hiring decisions with this tool, and I use it when I do executive coaching to kind of give me a baseline in terms of where I'm starting out with the person I'm coaching.
Well, it certainly sounds like that test offers some very valuable insights, because oftentimes, as you said, you have maybe, if you're lucky, an hour to interview a person and really get a sense of their skills and their personality. And that's not always possible in a short time.
Yes, very, very true. And of course, they have their best foot forward, as does the company, by the way.
Right, exactly. Now, you mentioned conflict resolution. Could you give a few examples of the types of workplace conflicts where you've been called in to offer some kind of support?
Well, sometimes it has to do with a manager and people that person is managing. Oftentimes, those situations are when somebody is brought in a person who isn't familiar with the company culture and kind of rocks the culture a little bit in terms of their style. And then there's a wave of disgruntled behavior from employees. And so sometimes it takes an outsider to be objective and to help them work through that conflict. I like doing conflict resolution, not because it's easy. It's not. It's very exhausting work, actually. But I like the results because most often, if conflicts aren't addressed, and most managers, the majority of managers, have never had any training in how to resolve a conflict. And actually, managers spend, on average, about 18% of their time intervening in employee conflicts, which is, amazing to think that they spend that much time doing that. And what happens oftentimes is either one employee or it sometimes can be both employees end up quitting. And if they're valuable employees, that's a huge loss. So if someone like myself can come in and help a company work through a conflict, it is certainly a cost-saving measure.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because I've often seen, some good talent leave a company or a position as a result of those workplace conflicts. So
yes, and it's not just between managers and employees. It can also be employee to employee,
right,
which, sometimes managers are loath to get involved. But it's very necessary to intervene in those situations. And because it's just sort of like when you hear a noise in your car and you think, oh, hopefully it'll go away. It never does. It only gets louder
right,
and worse.
Exactly.
So it's the same way with conflicts.
Right.
And you can end up losing two valuable employees in that situation. Plus, those kinds of conflicts make the atmosphere very, very tense. So it affects not just the two people involved, but the entire department, or in some cases, the entire organization.
Right. Now, in the time since you joined the Chamber, we said that was 2010, so about 8 years ago. If you had to give one benefit that's really resulted from your active participation in the Chamber, what would that be? What's been your greatest benefit?
Oh my gosh, just being able to meet decision makers has been my greatest benefit from being involved in the Chamber. Because it's smaller and it's a very friendly, welcoming chamber, I've been able to meet people that, and that relationship has actually resulted in business.
That's great.
Yes.
We like to hear results like that.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
And I just have a quick question for you as I was listening to you talk. As someone like me who will be interviewing for jobs and things in the future, what are maybe some helpful tips or tips to know, or something to practice or be aware of before going into an interview?
Well, of course, everybody says that you need to be familiar with the company and you need to check the website and all that sort of thing. But I think it's really important to go in with a list of questions that you have about the company, because they're not just interviewing you, you're interviewing them. And a cultural fit is often underestimated in terms of its importance. And, the worst thing is when you take a job, you're excited to have a new job, you get there, you're there a couple days or a week, and you just have that reckoning where you're like, oh, this is a big mistake. So I think that's really important.
I've experienced that, Heather. I'm sorry to say. Not at the
I think we've all had a little bit of experience with that.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you both so very much for coming in and speaking to us on Kutztown Live this afternoon.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Juliana and Mike.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lori.
And we will be right back with more of Kutztown Live with Brian Zellmer.
Those big shot stations with the big shot budgets have all sorts of ways to gauge listenership to their stations. KUR doesn't have that kind of budget. Our mission is serving you, and with that comes limited resources. But one way you can give back is simply letting us know you're out there. That's right, whether you're listening to this right now at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m., call us now, leave a message, and let us know you're listening and whether or not you like our programming.
This is John. I'm calling from Shillington, Pennsylvania. So the lava lamp is on, and I'm listening.
Hey, just wanted to say we're listening here in Bartow, Pennsylvania. Thanks for the radio station. My name is Rita. I live in Midland, Texas. I just want to let you know how much I enjoy your station. It's relaxing. It's The music is great, and it just reminds me of just good times.
I watch and listen to your station many times during the week, and I enjoy it. I live in the borough. Thank you very much.
This is Bob from Kutztown. Keep up the good work. I enjoy listening to your station, especially when you play mixed music like big band and jazz.
Hey, KUR, it's Jim. I listen to you guys whenever I drive through campus. I have it set to my preset on my car, but I always try to tune in. If I have to pick somebody up on campus or something, I always tune in as well. And keep up the good work.
Hi, I just want to let you know that we really enjoy your radio station. We're at work right now. This is Linda, Sue, and Mary. Say something on the radio about us.
Okay, Linda, Sue, and Mary, I'm saying something on the air about you. Thanks for listening.
That's all we ask. Calling us will not put you on any junk mailing lists. It'll only go to help us gauge where people are listening from. So give us a call now and let us know where you're calling from, how you listen to KUR, and feel good about yourself for helping out a non-profit community radio station. 610-683-4059. One more time, 610-683-4059. Please take a minute to let us know you care. Thanks for listening to the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR.
Once upon a time, in a small cottage, lived a boy named Chuck. One day, Chuck heard a knock from inside the wall.
Who is it?
He cried, for Chuck cried rather easily.
It is I, the energy hog over here,
said a voice. Now, an energy hog is what you have when people waste energy. Chuck ran to tell his family.
There's a hog in our house!
Exclaimed Chuck.
That's no way to talk about your Aunt Melba,
said his mother, and sent him to his room.
That does it,
said Chuck. He raced to his computer and logged on to energyhog.org.
I'll just have to get rid of it myself.
At energyhog.org, Chuck played cool games and learned to use energy wisely. He learned that by switching to better light bulbs, he had the power to rid the cottage of the evil energy hog forever.
I'm leaving, but I shall return,
vowed the hog.
Don't count on it, Bacon Breath,
vowed Chuck. And the moral of the story is, to use energy wisely, log on to energyhog.org, or a switch in time saves swine.
This public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Hello and welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. I am your host, Juliana Jablonski, here with my co-host, Mike O'Mara.
Hi, Juliana.
Hello. We just heard from Lori D'Onofrio-Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Lori.
Yes, thank you very much, Lori. And she brought along with her today Heather Uzinski from Leading Edge Business Consulting in Leesport.
Thank you, Heather.
Yes, thank you to both of them. Here with us now is Brian Zellmer from KU Presents. Hello, and welcome back to Kutztown Live.
Thanks. How you doing, Juliana? Hey, Mike.
Hi, Brian. I love having you here.
I love being here. Thanks.
Why are you here today?
I'm just here stopping in real quick. I see you guys are super busy today.
That's a good thing,
That's
Brian.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Bustle in here. I love it. I'm just here to remind everybody real quick at the KUR listenership that we have Joey Alexander coming, and students' tickets are only $10.
Yes.
All right, and where can we get those tickets?
They can get them at the box office or here. There's two places, actually, in the Schaefer Auditorium upstairs or the box office here in the MSU.
So the desk, just go right to the info desk. Yo,
Exactly.
I want to buy that. Go cut KUID and then bam. And I just want to speak. Joey Alexander, he's really, I watch a lot of videos. He's incredible.
He is. And we just found out, I would have gotten more information, but I literally just found out right before I came to the studio. Yes, I just used literally. Sorry, I know that's
it's
taboo
fun.
these days.
You used it in the correct way. Congratulations.
I did, actually. And I said actually, too. But I just found out that Joey Alexander has a new CD coming out. It's supposed to be released in the beginning of May, but he's actually going to do a pre-release at his show here at Schaefer Auditorium on Friday the 20th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's a great
we're
thing.
Really excited. I don't know much about the CD. I just know that it's brand new and it's been, people are waiting for this. It's been highly anticipated by the jazz community, and so I'm excited to see it and hear it myself.
I'm excited too. Dang. Okay, that's incredible. $10 tickets. The show is the 20th, Friday, the 20th. What, 7 p.m.?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. MSU Info Desk. Purchase your tickets for $10 or the Schaefer Auditorium. If you go upstairs, correct? Second floor?
Second floor, right.
Yeah, that's the two ways you can get those tickets. This is a great opportunity for you to engage with the culture and your community. Win-win. Right, folks? Exactly. Follow. What's your Facebook handle real quick? Is that at KU Presents? I think it's something like that.
Do they do ad on Facebook?
Yes, they do.
I didn't realize
Yes, they
so
do.
It is at KU Presents.
Yeah, you can do that. It's a quick way to find exactly what you're looking for.
Sounds good.
They all got the usernames.
I told you last time that I just started Instagram for KU Presents, and at our last show, I had the other students helping me take pictures because I couldn't figure it out.
That's what you need. That's exactly what you need to do.
What's the Instagram? Same thing, KU Presents?
I think so.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
You're doing it. You're making the posts. I'm informed. Everyone's informed. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Yeah, great to see you. And next time I'm here, I'm looking forward to telling you all about our new exciting season, which I know about, but I can't tell you yet.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Can't wait to hear it.
A lot of really cool shows coming. That's all I can say.
All right. I'm excited.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping in. And we will be right back in just a moment with more of Kutztown Live.
Yes, we will.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. Every child deserves to have access to books because children who grow up with books invariably do better in life than children who do not. How do I choose a book? Is it the cover? Yeah, I guess, sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual, so it's a combination of those two. The first book I remember was Captain's Courageous. When I finished that book, I had become so involved with these characters. So here's the thing. If a book's really, really impressing me and the writing is really, really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books, if it's really, really well done, that ending, that last thought should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
It's time for you to discover This Way Out. Hi, I'm coordinating producer Greg Gordon, inviting you to tune in to the International LGBT Radio magazine here on KUR each and every Thursday morning at 7:30. We'll have a summary of the latest news in or affecting queer communities around the world, interviews with newsmakers and entertainers, music, humor, and a lot more. Please join us Thursday mornings at 7:30 right here on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR.
Check out the Kutztown University Rohrbach Library's website for everything you need to know about the Rohrbach Library, from simple things like library hours to more advanced things like PC availability, print quotas, citation information, links to Rohrbach Library's mobile applications, the Rohrbach Library Facebook page, and much, much more. It's all at kutztown.edu/library. That's kutztown.edu/library. The Rohrbach Library is a great public service to all Kutztown students, faculty, and staff, as well as the Kutztown community.
Welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. We just spoke to Brian Zellmer from KU Presents.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. And here with us now are some brothers from SAE. If you want to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about who you are.
Sure thing. My name's Donovan Brown, and I'm the
Donovan?
Trot chairman. And
Okay.
I'm here with our president,
Patrick Moore.
Hi, Pat. Hi, Donovan.
And you're here to talk to us about the Boxer Trot.
Yes, I am. It's our 9th annual event. We do it every year in support for the Children's Miracle Network and the Salvation Army.
Oh, this is your charity work?
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. I love that.
Yes, it is. So basically the whole event is you're encouraged to run in your boxers, but you don't have to, around campus. It's sort of a race, and winners win gift cards and different types of prizes. And it's $5 to register, and you can register at the event itself, or you can contact me at dbrow, as in eyebrow, 447 at live.kutztown.edu. And just contact me if you want to register to run. The event takes place April 17th from 8 to 5. The race itself is taking place at 4 o'clock, 4:30 that day, just so students who have class can actually make the race.
So it's a half-hour race?
It's not a half-hour race. It should take about I'd say 5 minutes at most, since it's just running around the library.
So what's happening?
Oh, it's around the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically just to encourage fun, and people get out there, run in your boxes if you want to. You don't really have to, and just race for a good time and a good cause.
I remember being a freshman, and I didn't know about it at that point, and I think it was around the DMZ at that point.
Yeah.
And I remember me and my roommate were in our rooms, and we just look out and we see these people just in boxers taking laps around the DMZ. We were like, what in the world is going on?
What's going on the rest of the day? Because it's from 8 to 5. So what's the rest of the 7
basically,
hours?
we're just all going to be hanging out on the sub lawn. Everyone's more than welcome to come and hang out with us. You can pay $1 to pie your brother in the face, literally shove a pie in a brother's face. We'll also have some lawn games out there.
Pat's over here winking at me or whatever.
And we'll definitely be providing some snacks, some pizza. So we expect everyone to be able to come and hang out with us, have a good time.
It's a good time. It's a full day.
And that's 4:30 on Tuesday the 17th?
Yep.
8 to 5.
Yeah, it starts from 8 to 5. The race itself is at 4:30. So if people want to come out and watch.
And you can register there?
Yes, you can register at the event. Just show up with $5, and we do accept Venmo, and we'll give you the Venmo information if you contact us. And you guys can also follow us on Instagram at SE Penn Kappa. So it's Penn as in Pennsylvania and Kappa with a K. And that's pretty much it.
It's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. We try to work with a lot of Greek life organizations on campus. This one seems to be the most accessible. I mean, you just walk right by. There's probably going to be music. There's probably going to be food. Yep. There's going to be people. There's going to be stuff to do.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
I just don't want people to be shy. Usually they see a bunch of guys in fraternity leathers. They shy away, but we're more than, you guys are all more than welcome to come hang out with us. It's a big event.
Pat, do you have anything to add? What are you going to do there special? What's Pat Moyer going to do at this event? Can I pie you in the face for free? Or $2? I'll do it for $2.
$2?
Yeah.
You get 2 pies, bro.
I'll just do it for once. Two for one.
2 for 1?
Yeah.
For the kids, let's do it.
Are you going to be getting pied? Is that something you have to sign up for? It's just kind of like a pick and throw.
It's kind of like any brother that's there, you can pick to pie him. So
I
got pied a lot last year. So hoping to get pied more this year.
You got pied a lot, yeah. Is it? Sorry, that just makes me laugh. I love that. That's phenomenal. Okay, so this is Box for Trot. $5 sign up at the MSU field between the sub and the Roerbach Library. Yep. Can you repeat your email one last time?
Yes, sir. It's dbrow447 at live.kutztown.edu. And I can also leave my phone number if anyone wants to contact me through there.
You can say it online. If you really want to say your phone number on air, you're more than welcome. If not, we'll share it privately with our institution, because I'm sure there's 1 or 2 people that want to pie somebody in KUR. I mean, that'd be fun, right?
You know what? I'll keep my number to myself.
Smart move, Donovan. Smart move.
All right.
Yeah, seriously, guys, thank you so much for coming today.
No
that was really cool to hear about
Thank
this.
you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Excited for that event. All right. Well, thank you both again for coming in to talk to us here on Kutztown Live, and we will be back in just a moment.
With Eckhaus, with Eckhaus Gallery.
Gallery.
We're going to do it.
All right.
I'm going to be a star on Saturday Night Live.
I'm going to be a pediatric nurse.
I'm going to write the next great American novel.
I'm going to pursue my love of art and study at Wash U in St. Louis.
But then, meningitis B struck. Our dreams never did come true.
We all had the meningitis vaccine that was available at the time.
And that helped protect us against 4 of the most common groups of meningitis here in the U.S., ACW and Y.
But at that time, there was no vaccine in the U.S. for meningitis B, so we didn't have the chance to be protected against it.
But there's good news.
Today, there is a vaccine available to help protect against meningitis B.
Ask your doctor about it.
Because 16 to 23-year-olds have an increased risk because of how we socialize.
For example, at crowded concerts or at parties.
Where we can share a drink.
Or a kiss.
Basically, we share saliva. Know that when meningitis strikes, it can happen fast.
Meningitis can lead to death, sometimes within 24 hours of being perfectly healthy.
I can't imagine thinking it's okay to knowingly help protect myself against only 4 of the 5 vaccine-preventable groups of meningitis.
That is not okay. Help make your dreams come true. Get vaccinated with both vaccines. The one for ACW and Y, plus a separate shot for Men B.
Do it because you can.
Hello and welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. We just spoke to some brothers from SAE about the Boxer Trot coming up on April 17th.
Thank you, SAE.
Thank you, SAE. And here with us now is
Sarah and Sam from the Eckhaus Gallery.
Sarah and Sam.
Hi.
Hello and welcome to Kutztown Live.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Wonderful to have you.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Like
Don't worry
talking
about
over
it. It's fine. One little thing, I'm a VPA media coordinator, so I try to work with Eckhaus and promote them good, and they do a pretty good job at it. So quick shout out, keep it up, like it. But there's something going on right now. What's happening right now at the Eckhaus Gallery?
Right now we have a show up by Sean Carney, who's a painter in New Jersey. So it's really cool. He paints with wood stain, which is like weird, and we don't really see that a lot. So it's really cool to see that in person because it's not something people get exposed to a lot. Mm-hmm. And then we also have an event coming up Friday the 20th and Saturday the 21st, Zine Fest. So it's like local people who make zines.
I saw about this. This seems so cool.
It is
what
super
are
cool.
zines for some of us that don't know?
You don't know what a zine is?
You don't know?
Oh my gosh.
Zines are something that really popped up in the art world, kind of around the feminist art movement. It's kind of interesting, but it's basically like an 8x11 sheet of paper folded in half, and artists will put their work on. A lot of poetry goes on, and then they'll print an edition and bring it out and sell it. So it's really cool. There's a lot of people all over the Lehigh Valley who are coming out for it. So it's going to be a really fun time.
That's insane. Are students submitting their work?
You can submit your work. We have an application live on our Facebook page. Anyone could submit, and it's like $5 a day for half a table. And you can buy for the 2 days or just a half day, or you can just come down and like see what people are doing. So it's kind of like come as you want.
And that's the Friday the 20th, April 20th, and Saturday, April 21st.
Yeah, that's when it is.
KUR had a zine in the 90s. Really? I just thought about that now.
You should submit.
We had a zine in the 90s, and it was really neat, and they kind of just stopped. And I'm in a desktop publishing course. Have either of you taken that?
No.
Okay, well, Dr. O'Brien's making us run through InDesign and make like a magazine and stuff like that. Yeah, see,
that's like what it is.
Yes, yes. So like, I'm trying to think about, how can we start something like that up again? So that's really cool how there's an event like that.
Yeah, it is cool. There's a lot of people coming out from Philly for it. Like a lot of people in the zine scene in Philly. So it's going to be cool for people to like see what...
Zine scene.
Zine scene.
I love that.
It's a tongue twister, but
I love that.
And if someone wanted to submit their work, how would they do that? Do they contact you or
for the zine?
Yes.
So they would it's a Google application. It's live on our Facebook, and you literally just go and sign up, and then you bring your money the day of. So it's super laid back.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you have any more galleries that'll be opening up shortly?
Yeah, we have the Salon de Refusés. It's the exhibit of... We jury it from the senior exhibition that's put on in Sheridan at the same time.
Oh, nice.
What day is that again?
We actually can't find the opening day, but if you go on our Instagram, it'll be up there.
We'll link it.
At Eckhaus Gallery. Yeah.
In the description, folks. If you're listening to this after the fact, in the description. Eckhaus Gallery is a great source for you to see all the stuff that's happening. Really, you guys
that'll
post...
be all student work, too. That's
cool.
the only show that we do that's just student work.
So you'll have this going, and then you'll have the Miller Gallery student exhibition at the same time.
Yeah. So you can like walk down from one to the other, which is really cool. people. That's the biggest turnout we normally get, just because there's so many people in one show. So it's usually 1 or 2 from each student.
Your just gallery hours. What are they? What can someone can jump on down and say? Because you guys are not on campus. You're run by students for students, and our boss Karen.
Yeah.
She helps you guys make sure you got all this stuff going. Shout out to Karen. So where is Eckhaus located on Main, and what are the hours to visit?
We are right next to Spuds, and we are open Mondays from 12 to 6, Tuesdays from 3 to 8, Wednesdays from 12 to 6, Thursdays from 3 to 6, and Saturdays from 10 to 2.
Oh, heck yeah.
And you can just walk in at any time. It's free. A lot of people think there's an admission charge, but there's not.
I've heard that. I tell people to go, or I say, hey, have you heard of this? And they think that's exclusive.
Yeah.
Definitely
not. We're just super laid back. It's usually either me or Sam or our other coworker Melissa sitting there.
Who just got on the student government board. Congratulations, Melissa.
Congratulations, Melissa. But it's super laid back. And if you come to the openings, we always post about them on our Instagram, but that's when the artist is there. So it's super cool to get to interact with working artists and kind of like hear what they're doing. Even if you're not VPA, it's just really cool. They're always like quirky, weird people, so it's always a good time.
There's always like cheese and apples and we have food. So
there's cheese.
You definitely
it's a community thing. It's not just a visual and performing arts event. And a lot of people get that confused. If I see them tell them, look, there's an exhibit upstairs right in the MSU sometimes,
Yeah.
Go look at that. Yeah. Go to the Miller Gallery. Go to the Sheridan lobby. Go to Eckhaus. And they go, I don't do art. I'm like, you don't have to do art to appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And a lot of people, we are more than happy to, answer questions, when we're sitting there. Because a lot of people, won't understand kind of, what's going on. Or especially the person we have now paints in wood stain, which is weird. But
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, we hadn't heard of it either. But we always read about the artists that we have showing. So, we're always a good resource to ask about what's going on, even if the artist isn't there, because we usually know.
What's the artist right now? Carney? Is that what
Yeah, Sean Carney.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey. He's actually a teacher full-time, but then he produces an insane amount of work. Yeah. He produces a lot of work.
Respect.
Everywhere that he is showing, he goes to that town or city before it and produces a painting of it. So in our show right now, he has a painting of our gallery and of Betty's that he came specifically to make for this show.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
I think I saw the Betty's painting. That's so neat.
So if you want to see Betty's in a painting.
And Eckhaus.
Are we able, say if I visit, could I purchase something like that?
Yeah, for sure. Most of the we don't take profit from any of the purchases that happen at Eckhaus. So you would deal directly with the artist, but you could absolutely. We had the last show we had was Matt Montella, and he did Polaroids. It was a really cool show. And his Polaroids were $15 a piece, so he made a lot of sales, which is cool.
Well, how about these? Are you able to talk about the prices of the paintings that are up right now, or no?
Yeah, I don't remember. They're up there.
So they're expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it'd be something that you would just want to walk in and
be like,
buy.
oh, I'm gonna.
I wish I could get to that point. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that is. Really
I would love that. I would like to walk into a gallery and go, $400, $1,000. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Just grab it. Yeah, I want it all. I'm buying the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible. Eckhaus, Sam, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for coming here down to the radio station.
You're welcome all the time. We have your stuff. We have your promotional stuff running on air. If you have any more stuff, send it to me.
Okay.
Send it to Juliana. We'll get it on. Don't you worry.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much. And we will be right back after this with more of Kutztown Live.
And now, another film rental discovery.
Welcome to the Indie Film Minute. J.C. Chandler burst into the indie world with a remarkably polished margin call, a complex story of financial chicanery within a brokerage firm on the verge of collapse. With a large and accomplished cast, it told a story of visionary complexity within a world of greed and depravity. Chandler's second film could not be more different. All Is Lost is simple. It has only one star, Robert Redford. A boat, a shipping container, a large lonely ocean, and no dialogue. Redford's character is our man and bears no other name. He's a strong man, a master a sailor navigating the Indian Ocean alone when he has a chance encounter that punctures a hole in the side of his boat. The rest of the film is the story of Owlman's resourceful and determined fight for survival, battling stormy seas that test wounded ship and sailor alike. Will he live or die? Chandra leaves his audiences with much to ponder. All Is Lost is a significant achievement for both its fearless young writer-director and for Robert Redford, one of the great film actors of our time. When you see his accomplishment here, you will wonder if anyone else could have carried this extraordinary load. All Is Lost. Not in theaters. Discovery through rental.
Find us on the web at indiefilmminute.com.
Hello and welcome back to Kutztown Live,
Audible
Kutztown
sigh.
University's campus and community talk show. Here with us now, we have a special guest, special guests, Sam and Connor. Hello and welcome to Kutztown Live.
Hello, everybody. It's wonderful to be here.
All right,
so
now you're
happy
off. Now you're off.
so
We're done.
happy
We'll be
that-
right back.
So happy
We'll be
that
right back
Mike-
with more Kutztown Live.
So happy that Mike kept offering me to come on the show. It is such an honor to be here.
Don't you have a show in like 20 minutes?
Yeah, we did. Both
So
of
why
us.
are you on now?
Because we want to talk. We want to.
Yeah,
get
we
What do you want
We
to talk
wanna
about?
We're warming up right now.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I have one question first that I had to get off my chest.
All right.
All right. Real quick. If you were submerged in water.
Okay.
Okay. and you had to choose to fight either a shark or a crocodile, what would you pick?
Shark.
You
Death. I wouldn't fight. I would just no.
You have to fight.
I feel like a shark would be a
Shark.
little
You'd pick the
slower.
Shark.
I'd definitely pick the shark.
Shark.
You go with the shark?
Either I'd fight it off or it would eat me whole and I wouldn't have to think
It
about
would hurt me, but the crocodile is dangerous and open or closed. The thing spins, it gets you, grabs you. The shark, though, it kind of lunges at you, and so you can just maybe get out of the way and go,
into this.
what, bop, hit it. I'm moving my fist in a downward fashion.
But here's the thing with a croc though.
Yeah.
Because a croc has a very hard bite. But
true.
to lift its mouth up again, if you hold it, it's done. It's done for. You could literally hold it and just.
It's still
it's
pretty
just gonna
fast,
roll.
though.
Yeah,
but
it's
if
pretty
you hit the
fast.
shark,
swims
the shark.
faster, though.
If you hit the shark, it's not going to keep coming back if you don't have blood. And
It's-
now, if
it's
you're
all
bleeding,
about the timing. It's all about the timing.
You
Yeah.
get one good punch right to the
Where
nose
did this
from the
question
shark.
come from?
yeah, what sparked this?
Yeah.
This is a huge debate in my family.
Yes.
The Sebia family.
Like me, I have 3 older brothers, and
Yeah.
it is split down the middle between me and Chris and Robbie and Tommy. Like,
So you have,
What are you? What side are you on?
I'm pro shark. I think the shark is more dangerous than the croc.
So you'd fight the crocodile.
I would fight the crocodile.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no.
kind of leaning towards
Go
fighting.
Go
the
YouTube a crocodile attack. I'm sorry,
we-
but
we've
if you're
done
listening, go
research, Mike.
YouTube a crocodile attack.
We've watched them all. We've seen Jaws. We've seen
Jaws is not an accurate representation of shark attacks.
It kind of is.
No, it's not.
It's close enough.
It's a-
honestly, I think so.
No.
Would you ever go swimming with sharks?
Would I go
in the things that people do for adventure?
In chainmail. Let's get safe. Let's get safe. Chainmail suits, the ones that they can still
Right.
bite, and
Yeah.
you just kind of go, they're biting me, but then you realize you're fine.
I would do it.
If I'm not mistaken, not all sharks are the ones to attack too. I feel like most crocodiles are the ones that are going to attack you. So I feel like
You do realize that animals don't attack unless provoked, right?
that is true.
So it'd be because of you, Connor. You'd be the reason.
Let's be honest.
So why don't-
I'm an instigator.
So the question here, if I'm thinking about it, why even be in a situation like that at all? Why are you putting yourself in the water? Why are you there?
I never thought of it that way.
Well,
Can
all right.
wait, hold on.
Let's think
Can
of it like
crocodiles and sharks be in the same type of water? Do
You
they
can
live
put them
the
in there
same
and
type
see what
of
happens.
environments? They wouldn't naturally be in the same place.
Sure they are.
Yeah, they could be in.
Why
They
not?
could be in the same place.
Great
We'll-
white croc. Yeah, let's make that movie
We'll
happen.
put it off the coast of South Africa, and the
There's no way crocodiles are in South Africa.
There's crocodiles in South Africa.
No, there's not.
Yes, there are.
No, there's not.
I am
Hold on.
positive.
See,
We'll fact check it.
We'll fact check it right now,
Mike,
Connor.
Mike.
What?
So you asked me how I found myself in that situation where
I didn't ask you that. I asked a general question.
But,
Juliana wants to say something, Connor. Shut it.
So, sorry, Mike.
It's fine.
The
No,
Nile
it's fine.
crocodile is an African crocodile. The
South
largest-
African?
Well, hold on. The largest freshwater predator in Africa. So it's in Africa as a whole.
But is it in South Africa? Sam was
It's in
very
north,
specific.
East, west, south.
Yes.
In the middle. We'll put
Yes.
it in the Sahara.
Okay, hold on.
It's in Africa.
Africa's
Alligators-
big.
Africa is big.
Africa is huge.
Yeah.
Especially Africa by Toto. It's huge. But
Oh,
no.
get the
Oh,
hell
that
outta
is
here.
such a good song. Let's talk about that song.
No, I refuse. Don't you? You guys have a show to produce. It's called Zone Coverage. Tuesdays at 4 p.m.
Yep.
Do you talk about sports on there, or do you just talk about this?
Mostly Sharks.
It's a little bit of both.
Mostly Sharks.
Honestly, for
the San Diego
show,
Sharks.
Yes.
Yeah, exclusively.
For the show being called Zone Coverage and being a sports show, we really don't talk about sports.
Just animals and
it's like just animals,
life and
animal
death scenarios.
fights, yeah,
animal, abuse. We cover.
Oh gosh.
We cover.
It's a sad show sometimes.
There are crocodiles in South Africa.
Damn.
It's a zone coverage.
Damn.
We cover a lot of areas there.
I'm not a betting man.
They're 1,160.
Are you kidding me?
pounds.
Did you just do that, Connor? You just pick a zone and you
just
cover
pick
it.
a zone and
Get
cover
the
it.
heck.
Yeah.
No.
Basically.
No, is that is that a clever way out of that complication? You bet. However, I disagree with it wholeheartedly. How dare you? How dare you, Connor?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Aren't you guys running for e-board?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
What are you running for, Connor?
I'm running for vice president.
Sam, what are you running for?
President.
Juliana, aren't you running too?
Yeah, vice president.
So I'm the president right now. We got 2 VP candidates and we got a presidential candidate here. This is historic. This is an historic Kutztown Live.
This is a great Kutztown Live right now.
This is interesting.
Says who's on. Okay. All right.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. You jumped on here. You commandeered our radio station. You did it. Congratulations.
Thank
now you will never, ever, ever be on again.
I had a feeling. I asked you at least 7 times.
This was your punch card, and you punched it.
I got on here.
Yeah.
This is like when you go to get Frogurt or something. And
Frogurt?
Yeah, and they keep giving you a stamp for every.
I've never heard it called Frogurt.
Frogurt? No.
Frogurt?
I've never heard. That sounds
Me
like
either. Like Froyo.
I've heard of Froyo. Frogurt?
That's what I was
I
thinking.
don't think I've ever heard anyone really.
What
call
is
it Frogurt?
Frogurt?
If we had a live chat right now, people would just be losing their minds. Frogurt.
What did I say? I'm an instigator.
Isn't it Go-Gurt?
Go-Gurt,
That's different.
Froyo,
Yeah.
Go-Gurt's
cotton
different.
candy, Go-Gurt, freeze it. I want to go back to being 11 again. Oh,
I feel 11 most of the time.
You feel 11?
I have the mindset like I'm an 11.
Connor High for vice president. I feel like I'm 11. That's not a very rousing endorsement.
No, that ain't the realest tagline I've ever heard. That's.
I've heard realer.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Do you have anything either of you want to say before we kick you off?
Why don't we just stay on for a little longer?
I mean,
Well, we've only got a couple minutes. We can chat. You can be here.
fine. Juliana.
We are sucking every minute we have.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
man.
are taking this opportunity.
You're like Team Rocket to our Pokemon. We're Ash and Pikachu, and you're Jesse and James. Where's me? No, don't even bring Meowth involved.
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Juliana,
so
do you have anything that is relevant to Kutztown that's happening right now or tomorrow or anything?
Coming up today,
Yeah.
I know I'm excited about this.
Why?
Because it's Chipotle.
What?
I know Ace is doing a Chipotle fundraiser tonight.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm excited for that. I've had it marked on my calendar because Chipotle. So Ace does a lot of events here. I know we want
They
to
do
support
so many.
KUR, but they do put on a lot of events.
We
So
support
if you wanna
everybody.
Support Ace. Head on out to Chipotle from 5 to 9 on
Where?
North
What-
Crocs.
North Crocs. Is that in Allentown?
Yeah, that's the one by Fogelsville, Trexlertown.
Yeah, yep. So as you're going to Allentown,
Yep,
you go
it's
support
about 20
Ace.
minutes away, but everything from Kutztown's 20 minutes away. So there's that tonight that's going on. Also, 12 Strong. Have you ever heard of that movie?
It's a movie with Chris Hemsworth, with Thor.
Have you ever heard of that movie?
With Thor and the bad guy from Superman.
Well, that is what is playing in the MSU this weekend.
Cool.
The MSU shows movies on Thursdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays at 3 and 8 p.m.
Yeah.
In room, where did it go?
It's 183.
183.
Yeah,
Room
it's the alumni
183.
auditorium in the basement. And when I say basement, you instead of going to the main floor, you just go downstairs, and that's where we're at. We're at 188.
But 12 Strong is the movie that's playing this week. So I've never heard of it. So
I think it's an army. I don't know if it's a war film, but it's definitely an army film. Is it an army buddy film? Does anybody know here? Is it an army buddy? It kind of looks like
I
that.
think so. Yeah.
It looks like that.
It's about like the 12 horsemen and kind of deal. I
don't know what that is.
It's you have to
You have to watch it.
Yeah,
you have to watch it, read about it. Okay, so if you're interested in the 12 Horsemen, Chris Hemsworth, if you like, he's probably going to have an ab shot. So if you want to see,
forward to the
yeah,
ab
that's
shot.
what always, yeah. So
Women
if
love the ab shot.
the women love the ab, that's why they're in every single Marvel film. They're not there for the, maybe they are for the men. Yeah, they're there for people that are attracted to Chris Hemsworth and other male actors
and
that
the bad guy from Superman and him too. Can't
he
forget.
grimaces too much. I don't like Henry Cavill. I do want to mention something though. I mean, we talked about film. We talked about their show over there. But student government elections ended.
Student government. Who won?
There's a lot of people. Do you want me to list them, or do you want me to give you what college do you want to hear about the most?
Well, the Visual Performing Arts.
Visual,
College.
okay. Because I'm pretty sure all of us right here are in the Visual and Performing Arts College, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you have new representation. Congratulations. I'm graduating. Yeah, I'm graduating, so that means I won't be representing you anymore.
Lone tear down face.
Yeah. We do have Danae Savage. She's a tour guide, so she's pretty qualified to talk about things and represent things to people visiting. So that's very important. We have Melissa Metzger, who, fun fact, works at Eckhaus. So we just heard from them. We have now Eckhaus on student government. So that's really neat. We do not usually have a lot of fine arts representation on the board, so that's awesome. Sarah Mangano, who's currently the Dean's Liaison, and she got back on. So she works with Dean Michelle Kick, who's amazing in planning events, communicating issues, communicating solutions. I want to say it's a fun or happy job, but you know what? It looks great in a resume, and you learn a lot. We also have Emily Mosenson serving her now 3rd year on the board. That kind of experience is invaluable, and I'm really happy she's back on. And we have
I like her. I know her. I voted for her.
There you go. And we have a new person, Rayanne Rowland. I'm pretty sure that's how I pronounce her name. She seems very nice. I don't know her personally, but she seems involved based on her social media activity. Because, I mean, I feel like you can tell a lot from someone's public persona on social media.
Yeah.
They think about that. They curate that. They consider that. They consider, what are my parents going to think? What are my family going to think? So you have to be a little more attentive to that. And she does a really good job. She seems very nice. I'm hoping she's at today's meeting. If you want to meet some of your new reps, if you're listening, because there's a lot more, you can come to the SGB meetings in MSU 223 from 5 to roughly 6 or 7 p.m. It's going to be a very rousing conversation. We're talking about the student success fee. We're talking about media issues on campus. There's some important stuff happening. It's April. It's insane. How is everyone doing on their classes right now? I got a nervous laugh. I got nervous laughter. Because I'm in the same boat.
They're
Just how are you feeling mentally? Like, how you doing?
How am I feeling mentally?
Yeah.
How am I feeling mentally?
That's a genuine question. I want to make sure you guys are like, you got elections going right now. You have your show. You have work. You have responsibility elsewhere. And then on top of that, you have academia. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Julianne, I know it's a lot for you
so
too.
much.
So how are you guys dealing with it? Is there anything that we could help? We can help each other with? We got 3 minutes left. It would be lovely if we could come up with a solution. Oh, sorry.
No,
Do you have
you're
something
fine.
you want to say, Juliana?
Well, no, you can finish your thoughts first.
Do you have anything?
Go ahead.
Do we have thoughts on this?
How am I feeling right now with classes? Did you ever see like a cartoon go inside a bell and someone kind of hits it?
Yes.
And it's just ringing around, kind of like that.
Yes.
That's how my classes are.
So we need to get you out of the bell.
Yeah, we need to get me out of that bell.
Stop going into bells.
I would say my advice to the listeners right now is just keep a positive mindset and a positive outlook on things.
Are you just being the dean of students right
That's
now?
what I was literally just about to say when I was about to interrupt you.
I have taken that
We
message.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
an
am,
amazing
like,
message.
I'm just like hitting that
I'm
forward,
really
man.
happy he came in today.
I am too.
We
I
had,
actually
for those who don't
sent
know.
him an email too.
Good.
Was like,
That's
thank
what I
you.
said.
I was like, thank you for coming and talking to us.
Amazing.
But today we had in KUR, we had our meeting this afternoon, for those who don't know. We had Donovan McCargo, the Dean of Students, come and speak to us. And I think he was just a very positive guy with a lot of just kind of information and thoughts to share. And I thought it was just really cool. And he seemed like a really just genuine guy. And so it was really cool to hear his perspective on a lot of different things.
He's my advisor for student government, and you do not see many dean of students coming into organizations and taking 30 to 40 minutes out of their day. He
Yeah.
does not have a lot of time.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, and even same thing, Connor. I sent him an email. I was just like, thank you so much for coming in. Like, it was really cool to hear everything you said. And he was just so inviting. He's like, I'd love to meet with you and talk to you. Feel free to stop by.
It's to a fault almost. The guy's too inviting. He's got to be like, I got to pump it back. I have 1.5 million things to do. But he really helped shape my perspective on the board as my advisor, and he's helped me with my academic success, with my professional success, with my personal success. The guy's like a freaking life coach, and he's doing that on top of like 85 different other responsibilities, and that's kind of like the level I'd aspired to be to. I mean, he said a lot of great things today.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
definitely.
I saw your notes posted in the members page, and I like just copied and saved them to my phone. I was like,
Aw.
I'm
gonna play this back for him. I'm gonna send him this link and go, hey, look what Connor said.
Please do.
Well, our time this afternoon is about to come to a close. We've got about a minute left. So I just want to say thank you again to Laura D'Onofrio Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce and Heather Uzinski from Leading Edge Business Consulting in Leesport. Again, thank you to Brian Zelmer for giving us an update on KU Presents. Thank you to the brothers from SAE coming to talk to us about the Boxer Trot on next Tuesday, and to Sam and Sarah for talking to us about the Eckhaus Gallery.
Oh,
and
I thought that you just called Connor Sarah, but then I realized it's two Sams today.
And then thank you to Sam and Connor for your
From Zone Coverage.
comedy or whatever this was that just happened.
It was a conversation.
It was just a
It was a conversation. We were.
It was okay.
We started
Entertainment.
dialogue. That's what this was.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone today, and be sure to tune in next Tuesday from 3 to 4 for more of Kutztown Live. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Hometown Utelecom, Channel 191. Service Electric Lehigh, Channel 266. On your smartphone using a free app like TuneIn. You can listen to KUR anywhere you have a phone. Like that landline, just by dialing 563-999-3101. You can also hear you